Recently, GameSpot UK ventured up to Liverpool to see Bizzare Creations' powered-up racing game Blur. We enjoyed the game so much we invited lead designers Jed Talbot and Chris Downey down to our offices and asked them to take on GameSpot in some 4-player split-screen action. So we're here with Jed Talbot and Chris Downey. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Good, thanks.
And we've also joined once again by Guy Cocker.
I'm not from Bizzare Creations,
No.
much I'd like to be.
So you're going to be joining me on the GameSpot team trying to kick these guys' ass at a 4-player split-screen Blur.
We don't stand a chance.
Probably not. So yeah, let's see how we get on.
So what do I need to know as a beginner to this game?
I think the most important thing is that the power-ups really can be used offensively and defensively. Yeah. Really, at the start of the race is the most important part of the race, because you kind of want to attack other people and get out in front, but at the same time you want to keep stuff back just in case there's people behind you that are trying to take you out. So while you're in the pack at the front, you've really got to have an eye at the people ahead of you and an eye at the people behind you as well. Yeah. And if you're at the front, just stock up on shields.
Mm-hmm. Shields and repairs.
Shields and repairs.
And are the power-ups like randomly placed each level, or are they?
No, the power-ups are
so you
fixed.
can learn them and sort of know where you need to go.
They rotate, don't they? So you've got your strips across, and certain strips of those, say there are 4 different power-ups in that strip, they will swap places within each race, so that it's not always in exactly the same place. So you need to take a different line each time.
But the amount of power-ups, so the amount of shocks on each track has been tailored for that track, just so players don't get spammed by one particular type, and the races don't become imbalanced.
I'm so far ahead, it's stupid.
It'd be embarrassing if you guys lost that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were actually really worried about what's going to happen.
Although that fear's gone now.
I thought I'd practiced loads for this as well.
This is me living over the finish line for about 5-minute wait. Yes.
Oh, nice one.
Come on.
Maybe you should have had some 8-year-olds on standby.
Some 8-year-old girls.
I think we're going to need to go in substandard cars, really, to give these guys a chance, aren't we?
Oh, right.
That's like that, is it?
That's just mean.
Right.
So how do you guys get away with like damaging the vehicles because they're officially licensed? Is that not a problem anymore? Is that kind of...
We had to get approval from all the different manufacturers.
We basically just had to show them the level of damage that we were going to go to. And then just keep talking to them.
Sure. it's clearly not a realistic kind of, it's not a sim, I suppose. So
I think I'm just going to make this game about beating these guys up.
No way. Team GameSpot is going to kick some ass this time. I'm in second now as well.
There's no way to avoid that red ball coming in.
You can usually deflect it with another power up.
Right.
So if you've got a couple of, if you've got a barge and it gets close, you can usually use a barge, or even a couple of, a reverse shunt or a couple of bolts will do it.
Yeah, you can drop a mine as well, and if it's in the path, it'll take it out.
Sweet.
So one of the things that you should do is always try and, before you use a power up, see who's around you and if they've got anything like a shock or a shunt. You can even barge away bolts as well.
Cool.
I always try and have at least 2 power-ups as well at one time, so that you've got sort of a defensive and an offensive power-up.
Yeah.
Did you take anything away from the beta though? Is there anything that's happened in there that you're going to change in the final game?
No, actually. We've kind of, from a networking point of view, been looking at it, but there hasn't really been anything that stood out that we really needed to change. If anything, I think it's the amount of time it takes to rank up. I think we've increased.
Oh right, yes, maybe we'll do.
Because we found that people were ranking up really quickly. So that was one of the things that we changed. But other than that, we haven't really heard anything negative about about the game. So
cool. And I believe I just won.
I'm still getting way back.
Letting down Team GameSpot there, man.
Yeah,
right at the back.
But
4th then.
Do we have points in this? Because a second and third probably still
beat first.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
So you've got this kind of addictive element where you press the trigger to, at the end of each race, you press the trigger to vote on each new level, and so it's like kind of like you just want to keep going and going and going and never stop playing Blur. That's what seems to be happening.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah. The idea was to kind of put it in players' hands, and if you give them a choice, then you're actually giving them something positive. you're allowing them to choose what they want to do next, which is a positive idea. You know, at the end of the race, you'll tend to get stats about who was the best and you know, and who took the most hits, and all of that's designed just to keep people talking. So you don't get the situation where, you know, you've got a lot of smack talk in the race and then a lot of silence in the lobby. You know, it flows, you know, through the event and through the entire time you're there.
The awards are cool as well because you've obviously got positive and slightly negative awards as well. So that's like, you've been hit the most, or
which is what I was getting. I think.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
but at least everyone gets something.
Thanks to Jed and Chris for coming into the studio and humiliating us in front of the GameSpot audience. We'll be challenging other developers to a smackdown in future features, so keep an eye on GameSpot for more soon. Blur is due out on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and PC May 28th.